Okay, so because I told you guys I was going to keep you guys updated and informed, here is an update. Last night I was Googling and putting my symptoms in TikTok, and it still keeps coming up breast cancer, which is common, because it's always a big fear whenever you have anything on your breast, if it could be breast cancer, because that's just the way it is. But last night I was laying in bed and I felt my shirt get wet, and I was like, what the fuck? So I lifted up my shirt and I grabbed my phone and I shined my phone on the spot, and it's leaking like this yellowish fluid. So I put, I have these band-aids I use for my toe because my toe got infected, and they're like really big. So I just took one out and put it on there. Well, today I pulled it off to see what it looked like underneath there. And when I pulled it off, it ripped off the skin that was on top of that thing. And it's like all this like yellowish fluid on it. So it's freaking me out. I'm going down to a local printing shop called Keller's here. I'm gonna have them fax my husband's. If you guys are not from my channel or you don't watch me, I live in a very small town, and so we have only so many businesses, so I'm heading down to one of our local printing shops, and I'm getting my husband's paperwork faxed to our attorney, and then I'm gonna go over to the hospital's walk-in clinic and find out what they say to me, because I would have waited it out, but the fact that it exploded and it's leaking everywhere has me a bit worried. I'm less stressed out today just because of it exploding. I'm hopeful that it's just nothing, but it doesn't. I need to get this checked out now. If it was just the same, I would wait out for my clinic visit, my doctor's visit actually, but this has changed. The circumstances around this thing has changed, and from my understanding, I went to the ER the last time after my car accident, and they were telling me in the ER that if I have any issues, that I can go to their walk-in clinic, and they have all the same machines up there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to their walk-in clinic and let them know what has been going on, how tender it is, how it's painful. Yeah, and let's see what they say. Like I said, it is not normal to have wounds on your breast. That's not normal, and you need to get things like that checked out. I always like to overthink and overreact and go down that rabbit hole of searching symptoms up on YouTube or TikTok or whatever the video thing is these days, or what I've been doing is searching stuff up on TikTok or Google, going down that rabbit hole, searching up on Google. But from what I've learned, scaly nipples, like nipples that are peeling, is a sign of breast cancer, which I've had that a lot. And I just assumed it was because I have dry skin, and that's what I assumed it was from. I've had this hard stuff in the nipple part, where you used to breastfeed, and I've always just assumed it's because I used to breastfeed. My boobs, they have that wrinkly look to it, and that could also be a sign of breast cancer. And I've always just assumed it's because I've breastfed kids, and I've always just assumed that my boobs just didn't go back to their perky normal self, and now they look like, it's not wrinkly, but it's not, I don't know how to explain it to you. The skin's not as tight as it used to be. I guess that's all I can say. But I've learned that that could be a sign of breast cancer. Sores on your breast, sign of breast cancer. Paget's disease is actually what it keeps coming up. It's coming up, Paget's disease, which is breast cancer, a glorified form of breast cancer. So what else? I had one of these red marks on my left breast not that long ago, a few months ago, and I just ignored it and it went away. It had like a little white tip to it, and I thought maybe I had gotten bit by something, and so I just ignored it, and I pinched it, and it hurt really bad to pinch it. And I don't remember if anything, when I pinched it, if anything came out. I just don't remember. But I remember it took a minute, but it finally went away. And now I'm worried that because I ignored that and didn't say anything to my doctor, that maybe things have gotten worse for me. I don't know, but I just arrived at Keller's. I am gonna go in here. I'm going to print out what I need to get print out, or not print out. I'm gonna fax what I need to get faxed, and then well, this is compact cars only, but I'm not even gonna be here that long. I will be right back. Oh, you know what? I will get back to you guys when I go to the clinic. Sorry I didn't update you guys. I'm at home. I'm just gonna wait to go to my doctor and possibly schedule a gynecology appointment and get a mammogram if my doctor don't do it, because this hospital is just no. It's a no for me. Explain to me why they're now trying to say I have a staph infection when I called my family doctor and they said there's no possible way I would have gotten a staph infection. So that just goes to show you that when you go to the hospital, they don't always give you the correct diagnosis. And I went to a walk-in clinic in the hospital, and this hospital here is just a joke. So I'm just waiting. I'll just go to the doctor. That side of my breast is extremely heavy, and it's still tender, and it still hurts. I don't know if this is gonna go away or if it's still gonna be there when I go to the doctor. I don't know, we'll see. He's prescribed me a medication for a staph infection. And he sent to CVS, but I'm not picking that up because I don't know what I have, and I don't want to make myself more sick. And so I'll just wait to go to my doctor and see what she says. I do have pain still on that side, and it hurts all the way down into my lungs and my ribs. It hurts in my sternum still, so I don't know what's going on, and so I think I need to get a full exam to find out what's actually going on. So I'll still continue to update you guys. I'm still gonna go to my doctor, but I think I need to schedule an appointment with a gynecologist to try to get a full exam, a breast exam and a girl exam. But yeah, I think that you need to be your own advocate, and if there is something showing up on your breast, regardless of what people tell you, you should keep checking until you get the answers, instead of just settling with the bare minimum. and do your research on the things that they're telling you that you have, and call and get a second opinion. Even if you call them the nurse's line at your doctor's office, ask, because if I would have been anybody else and just said, oh, okay, yeah, sure, that's what I have, and then took that medication, it would have made me sick, or it wouldn't have even cured it, and you're just prolonging that, and then end up with something 10 times worse than what you have. My mom has been telling me since I don't know when. I've been having pain down the middle of my chest, pain under my breast, heavy breast, and she tells sharp pain in my nipple, sharp pain in my armpit, and she tells me, you don't have cancer, you're just a hypochondriac, there's no way you have cancer. You're just always thinking you have cancer, and you don't have no fucking cancer. All the symptoms I have are symptoms of breast cancer. But I think she just wants to be what she is, and she always acts like I'm crazy and I overthink things. She always thinks that I'm a loony. It's pretty much the way she acts. So I'm gonna keep pushing until I find the answers, and yeah. So we'll see. I'm gonna still go to the doctor, and I'm gonna still keep searching for a gynecologist. So I hope this update helps. And I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.